The impact of the COVID-19 pandemic can still be seen everywhere, even as the Navajo Nation moves slowly towards reopening. Last month, restrictions were eased for most businesses to allow 50% maximum occupancy. But the mask mandate in public remains in effect, while all tribal parks are closed to visitors until further notice. And one consistent issue for the leaders here is the lack of reliable infrastructure.
We had the size, equivalent to the size of West Virginia, 27,000 square miles. We only have a little bit over 10 healthcare facilities.
Problems can also be found in the education system. We visited the Window Rock Unified School District. Teachers were having their educational development meeting in a huge stadium in order to create enough space for social distancing.
Because of COVID, which came upon our nation back last year in March, has put so much burden on not only the students themselves, but also their families, their guardians, their caretakers.
Since last March, all Navajo Nation schools switched to remote learning.
Well, the first reaction was kind of scary, and it was more, oh my. The pandemic is here, and the school district still has to continue education in spite of the pandemic.
Dr. Goodsell told us within the Navajo Nation, even the basic requirement of remote learning has encountered challenges.
The first problem with that was computers. We didn't have enough laptops. The second problem with that is, especially in Northeast Arizona or for the Navajo Nation, is the infrastructure or the availability or the internet. Once you get 10 miles, 5 miles outside of the city limits, there was very limited internet access.
To meet the challenges, teachers got creative and came up with all kinds of ideas, like placing students near internet-equipped stadiums while their parents do essential shopping in town. They asked families to bring their children to tribal chapter houses to learn. However, Dr. Goodsell says access to the internet will remain an issue even after the pandemic. Yet there are some teachers who believe there's also an opportunity for kids to learn more about their tribal culture while staying at home with their parents.
During the pandemic, I think there were a lot of valuable teachings that happened with parents and grandparents who were taking care of the children. But explaining to the parents and the guardians that their culture is important and that this was also a lesson that they could do while in the pandemic.
But teachers are still looking forward to welcoming back children to their schools and filling the campus with the students' laughter and energy. Xu Dezhi, CGTN, Navajo Nation.